I'd like to share about the idea and subject of the data logic tree. The purpose is to identify and discover an alternative data path, especially for the small and medium enterprises, which are lack of data management capability. So the purpose of this screen on this YouTube is to identify and generate an alternative data path. And when we refer to the data modeling information, then the master data, fundamental data, and the standards data like data yield and data BOM and item categorization and material categorization kind of things are in the category of master data, fundamental data, and standards data. And then there are operational parameters like lot sizing and setup change time, minimum order quantity. All of those can be a kind of feature data for AI machine learning information processing. And this kind of data will affect to the cycle time, and it will also affect to the lead time, and then will contribute to generate the workload and capability, and finally for generating a cost difference. And this kind of information and parameters will be utilized for managing the system process like inventory management, purchasing management, and production management. And those informations and parameters are interrelated. They have a relationship between each other and among each other. So they affect each other, and there is a kind of relationship like a prerequisite. And on the process of post-processing and pre-processing, if one is not prepared, then it will affect the next process. So item categorization and material categorization and BOM and lot sizing and cycle time, those kind of blue colored parameters and data are essential for maintaining the data integrity. And if small and medium enterprises are not ready or not well prepared, then there should be a way to identify an alternative like yellow colored shells. So for example, for lot sizing, if it is difficult to identify and manage the lot for lot management methodology, then maybe have to identify an easy way of applying a periodic order quantity or economic order quantity like that. So we can finally identify and generate an alternative data path and then make separate kind of metrics and tables like second best choices. Then we should continue identify and discover an alternative path to improve continuously. But to operate and manage this kind of process, then there should, or there had better be on standards or reference kind of informations like this. So we can utilize the information like a correlationship between those parameters, and there should be a relevant coefficient numbers. So each parameters already mentioned, like lot sizing and setup change time, stock flow, and cycle time, all those and lead time are interrelated. So we can visualize this information utilizing the heat map like this. And also we can identify the interrelationship and dependencies between each other in the hierarchical manner, utilizing this tree like this. And utilizing this kind of information, we can apply that to the program to generate an automatic process. So this information, this program is now managing the alternative data path. So when we identify the data status, then we should identify each, the alternative way for each category of data. For example, for material categorization, we can identify or recommend alternative materials, and for last sizing, maybe we can recommend another methodology like POQ or EOQ, so that this program will generate an alternative way. And then we can first roughly identify the alternative methodology and alternative data path. Then for specific identification or discovery of the data, then we can utilize this kind of information. So if data is not ready or if data is missing, then based on those correlationship matrices and correlationship interrelationship, then we can simulate like this. This is a simulation program, first removing specific data, and then restore the missing data, and then finally identify if the restored data is providing an accurate or reliable information. So this series of program will finally generate the recommended data, and then it will also show how accurate data recommended or data generated is compared to the previous one or original data. So especially for small and medium enterprises, we know that there always is a lack of data integrity or data missing or data redundancy problem. So rather than continuously or endlessly customizing and updating the program, which takes a lot of money, budget, and time, but rather as an alternative way or as an intermediate interim solution, we can utilize this kind of utility programs so that we can continue the decision-making process without hesitating or without waiting too much time. Okay, thanks for listening.